I have been a busy little bee. I have devoted every second of my free time over the last couple days to working on this place, and I've made quite a bit of progress, as you can see. Now, the first thing I did was raise the ceiling a few blocks. I've decided that it's going to go even further. This was like my original plan. It was going to be about this big, but then I decided to make it bigger, so it's going to be scaled up a little bit. That's good and bad. It's going to look really good, but it's going to be a lot more work. But I think that's okay. What else? I added these support columns so you can get an idea of what exactly it's going to look like in here. And these are going to continue down. I'll probably have 10 of them total on each side. So that's pretty big. I think they're 11 or 12 blocks from the wall here. Make sure these are centered. Yep. And they're about 8 blocks from the center point and from the walls on the side. And this is 36 blocks in width total. So yeah, this is going to be quite impressive. The ceiling is going to go all the way up to there eventually. That's 16 blocks tall. That's pretty big. It does look very impressive. It's going to be a lot of work. But I will devote a lot of time to knocking out the ceiling, I think, and I need to finish these walls on the sides. So the walls are going to be my first priority for, I think, tomorrow. And then I'm going to see if I can start work on the rest of the ceiling. I was going to do the ceiling last, but I think I'm going to do it now just to make this take shape a little bit sooner, so I get a better idea of what I can and can't do and any problems I would run into if I did that. So I'll probably do that. That's going to raise it another, looks like about 7 blocks from where it is now, 7-8 blocks. Oh, that's going to be a lot of work, but I'll get it done. And then once the ceiling is taken care of, then I can continue moving down this way, and I can knock out this wall. And this way I'll do it in chunks instead of, you know, just going lengthwise and then doing the ceiling. I'll be able to do, you know, a full chunk of like 6 blocks in and all the way up at the same time. So I think that's a better way of doing it. It feels like more progress that way to me, even though it doesn't really make a difference, but that's what I'm going to do. And I decided these hall entrances have to be bigger since we're going to make the ceiling bigger. That's pretty damn big right now. I may or may not make it bigger. The theme of the day is to make everything bigger in here, apparently. But this has grown from my original intention of just making a, I'm not going to call it mediocre, but sort of a functional, practical city into a really epic, awesome city. So, yep, everything's going to be bigger. Like harder, better, faster, stronger, son. Anyway, yeah, I widened this to 3 wide, and I raised it up a couple blocks, and this is the storage hall, which I still haven't worked on. As you can imagine, I haven't had much time to do anything else but this stuff. I'm gonna have to move these entrances, these quick entrances, which kind of sucks because I just made them, but eventually I'll move them back, probably back here somewhere, and that'll be like the quick way to get down. It'll be past the lake. So I'll do that because they're kind of in the way right now. Yeah, don't really like it. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. This pathway here, I've done it in stone brick, which I like. I may or may not put some mossy cobblestone down, or not cobblestone, mossy brick like this down to give it a nice colored look. And maybe some cracked brick as well. I haven't decided. Let me know what you think of that and any other blocks that I could do that with. And I'm not quite sure the outer border. I was trying stone slabs, so that's kind of dull looking. Iron blocks look a lot better. I was going to do it out of glowstone all along the entire path, but I figured there'd be too much glowstone then in this room because all these columns will have glowstone on them. Yeah, I'm out of glowstone now, so I have to go back to the nether. And for the wall lighting, I was thinking of doing this, the torch holder idea with 1.9 with the fences, which is really cool. And I'm partial to these nether brick fences myself. I think they look a little bit better. Let me know if you have any ideas for that. I don't want to use glowstone because there's going to be way too much. So that leaves me with the option of either pumpkins, which look kind of crap, or these torch holders, or maybe something you guys come up with. So we'll figure that out later. But yeah, this is the progress I made so far. Oh, and for the floor lighting, I'm thinking of doing this. Also fences again. A nice little torch holder kind of thing. And in some places I would like to make some sort of glowstone chandelier for maybe some of the side halls. I'm working on design for that. That should look cool, but it's going to become somewhat limiting because I wish I could do it like crystal shard kind of thing, motif, but can't really do that in Minecraft, unfortunately. So, oh well. I think it's about all I've done here in the last couple days, which is not to minimize it. It's been quite a bit of work. How did I do this? Well, I cut channels above in the ceiling and I blew it up with TNT, and then I mined out all the hanging bits. So that took quite a while, and it's going to take significantly longer still. Quite a bit of work yet to do. What else did I do? I closed off this entrance over there, so this will be the main entrance for the mob hall now. So that's going to be good. That's the progress I've made so far. So I'm going to work on these walls now and fill them in, and hopefully it should look a lot better once I've done that. Okay, while I'm fixing this wall, I'm going to talk a little bit about the multiplayer server. People have been asking me questions, so I'm going to answer some of them. It's not up yet. It will be up by the end of the month. I've already picked the host that I want hosting it. It's going to be located in New York City, and the reason for that is it's literally like 20 miles away from me, so I get really good ping, and it's also a very good host. It's fairly inexpensive and it's reliable. I've tested their test servers and whatnot. It's quite good. I think it's going to hold about probably like 20 or to 25 players online at any one time. I think that'll be like the maximum. I'm not sure, and I won't be sure until I test it. What else? It's going to be whitelisted to prevent griefing, and also to prevent just random people joining and screaming in chat, "Fuck you," and those annoying people like that, and trolls and whatnot. So when the server comes up, I'll post a video, and when that happens, if you want to come on, you send me a message and say, "Hey, here's my game name, blah blah blah," and I add you to the list, then you can log on. Please don't do it now. If you send me a message now, it's just going to get buried. I'm not going to remember. So when it happens, I will post the video and when it's ready, and then I will add you to the list. Now it's going to have anti-grief plugins, which prevent people from moving or destroying any blocks within this area, the city area, unless I give you specific permission. Now I'm not going to give everyone permission. If someone just wants to come on and say, "Ooh, that's cool, can I like move this?" and that's it. It basically only the people that are going to be allowed to work on this are going to be the people that are going to stick with the project. Stick with me. I'm not going to have 50 people. Excuse me. I'm not going to have 50 people that come in, place one torch, then log off. So if you want to help me with this, you're gonna stick with me to the end, and we're all going to be one big happy family. That kind of stuff. Right now I have 3 people ready to come work with me on this, so that's good. Other things, I'm going to, why am I knocking this out? Why am I a retard? Okay. I'm going to have, whatchamacallit, creeper explosions are going to be disabled, so they won't destroy blocks, but they will still kill you, so that's good. It's a really nice plugin. I've seen that on other servers. It works very well. Oh god, imagine trying to build this place with creepers exploding left and right. No. Alright, what else? Be a couple other plugins installed. Not quite sure exactly what I want to do. I think I've built myself into a corner here. So yeah, that's the general plan. If anyone knows, Bukkit and server administration really well, send me a message, because I'm trying to find a plugin that will let me do auto backups. I'll probably end up just making a cron script in Linux, or more likely my friend will do it for me because I'm crap at that. I'm not crap at it, but I've never made a cron script before. And that will provide backups probably every 6 hours or so. I think that'll be fine in game. So if anything does happen, if something gets grief, then we could always roll it back. So that's good. And I think that's really all the details I have for you so far about the server. But it is going to be a lot of fun. It's not going to be like an RP server or anything like that. It's going to be really just a free-flowing, fun server. We're going to do a lot of cool stuff besides the city as well. You'll be able to see, my latest redstone projects, and you'll be able to actually watch me build them if you so choose, or even help me with them. And you'll be able to, make your own house wherever you want. The normal things you do on a Minecraft server. I assume we're all going to be clustered in this area mostly because people are going to want to be near the city. But beyond that, I'm also going to have living arrangements inside the city. There's going to be a couple halls that are going to be like the barracks hall and the living hall, so people can like move in there and put their shit there if they want to live inside the city. And I'm sure if enough people come on the server, we'll eventually have to cut a new like wing of where people live, probably a new chamber. I think that would be really cool because a lot of these places that people build on the servers, like, they're really big and awesome and all that, but they're not practical. Like, people just go there once in a while and say, ooh, oh, that's amazing, and they never come back because they've already seen it. But I want this to be like a functional, living, breathing thing, so it's going to be practical. It's going to have a lot of stuff in here, and it's going to be some place that you can actually live, and people will actually be in here, so it won't be a ghost town every time you walk in. So yeah, that's about all there is to say about the server so far. About as far as I've gotten, so I'll let you guys know my progress towards getting it up, and when it is up, I will, I'll send a message on Twitter, and I'll also post a video. So, and my Twitter name is Drackle, same name. All right, that's about it for that. All right, it looks so much better now. Now it's looking like a city. All right. I think now you guys can see what I'm getting at. Alright, these walls are now sheer for the most part, and as the ceiling goes up, I'll literally dig them out of the rock. Eventually I'll replace all these dirt and coal bits and whatnot, so that'd be good. And let's see how long this is right now. Yeah, it's got to be twice as long as this, maybe a little bit less than twice as long. And probably as it evolves, it will get bigger and bigger and bigger as I complete things, but for now I think twice as long as this will be fair. So I wanted it to take like at least 60 seconds to walk from end to end. Not quite sure how far away it will render, because if you make it too big, then the end of the hall will be like the night sky, and as you walk towards it, it will render. But I don't know, I'll figure it out. So what are we gonna do? Well, I knocked out the ceiling in here. That took like an hour. So this is the storage hall. I'm going to build it out of wood, and it's going to be out of wooden planks, which sucks. It's going to take twice as much wood, but it's okay because wooden planks won't burn. At least they didn't used to. In 1.8, I'll test it later just to make sure. And yeah, that's to prevent fires. So it would suck if one day I logged on and my whole place burned down. That would definitely suck. So we're gonna do that, and it's gonna be 2 levels. All right, with the elevator in the middle, and maybe some fences and stuff. I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go along. But one thing I do need to do is what's this random piece of wool doing here? I don't know. The one thing I do need to do though is make a really big sugarcane farm for the bookshelves that are going to be in here. It's going to be like a library theme, so yeah, got to do that. And also, I think next episode I'm going to work on more of the columns and knock out some of the ceiling again. Alright, so that'll be cool. But right now I'm gonna go make a excuse me, I'm gonna go make a sugarcane farm. Okay, so I did some work on the columns. I think they look really good now. I added this base to them and I made it too high, and I knocked out the corners, and I think I made them a little bit bigger all around. So very, very nice. I'm gonna add this thing to the top as well. I'm not quite sure if I should make it too high or one high. I'll decide once the place is done, so I can see the proportions. Might have to be one high, but yep, definitely looks a lot better. I took the glowstone out because it didn't look good with this only being too wide now. Maybe I'll do a spiral pattern around, or more likely I'll just do something cool here and then put the glowstone along the path and over here. Then have torches on the wall. So that'll make the columns a little bit dark, which will be kind of cool, kind of spooky, mysterious kind of things. Alright, so that's what I did here. I'm very pleased with that addition. And I've also done some work here. I embossed the doorway out one block. That looks a lot better. And I also widened it by one. It used to be 3 wide, now it's 4 wide, so it looks bigger and better. Very cool. And I did some work in here. Now these are all the various options that I can use for the storage room. I was originally going to do wood, the library theme, but it doesn't look very good. I'm not quite sure. I'm sort of lukewarm on that now. And the chests are going to be like this, so I can open, you know, all 3 of them, no problem. It's a very efficient use of storage space, I think, and it looks cool. Now, here's the other 2 options over here. Okay, so I'm lukewarm on this one. This is my favorite right here. I love this, but it's a problem with that. There's also a problem with this. This one's also pretty good. It's another brick. It's going to be difficult to go and harvest that though, but it's doable. And then we have the more basic options. We have the stone slabs, which looks kind of good, and the normal stone brick, which is kind of plain, I think. So this one's my favorite, but I don't think we're going to be able to do it because the way you get these now has been fixed. It used to be a bug where you place stairs in a certain direction, then mine it, and you would get different types of bricks. You get that brick, this brick, and that brick. But apparently Notch has fixed that in the new pre-release, so there's no way to get this block legitimately unless you go to strongholds, and there are no strongholds on this map. There will be eventually when it's explored more fully, but as of right now there are none, so it's not a good option. If I want to put these in, I have to cheat. Oh, I just sprinted. And I don't really want to cheat, so yeah, let me know what you guys think, if you can find a better option. I want something that makes the room colorful, gives it something other than a white or a gray tone to it. But I'm not quite sure what block to use. I've used a whole bunch of them, and I haven't found anything I liked besides that one and this one. So I don't know. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do with this, and until I figure that out, I'm not going to work on this room. Let me know what you guys think, what you come up with. And I think I'll do part of the floor in that same brick, so like a pathway down the middle or something. And anyway, the elevator will go here and take you up to the 2nd floor, and this will be a mirror image on the 2nd floor with like a balcony, so that'll look cool, but I can't really move forward until I decide what kind of block I'm going to use. That's about all I've done in the last day or so, yeah, today, in other words. So I can't use the mossy or the cracked for the pathway here either, which sucks. I mean, the stone brick's okay, but I need to spruce it up with something. It's going to be, you know, some sort of color in these rooms. So I don't know what to use. I'm not exactly the most creative person, so maybe I should ask my mother for interior design tips. I don't know. So let me know what you guys think, if you have any ideas for this, because I'm kind of stuck with the design. And yeah, that's about all I've done. So I'm gonna work on something else, and I'll be back. Alright, we're here at the XP grinder. I've changed the stuff around a little bit. I was having an issue with spiders, so I tried overhangs on the walls to stop them from climbing. That didn't really work. The other mobs just kind of pushed them into the little crevices, and that was crap. I tried a bunch of other things, and I came up with this system. I put a block behind this glass block there, so the tall mobs can't get past it, but the spiders can climb over it, and they climb up to this part, and I just whack them through that opening there. That seems to work best. And also that sort of bottlenecks them and forces all the mobs to the left here, so that's good. So this seems to be the most efficient thing I've come up with so far. So why am I sitting in a minecart? Well, Draken Zebra commented on the last video and said, if you sit in a minecart and hit mobs with a sword, you get critical hits. And he's absolutely correct. Thank you for that. So now I'm killing everything in 2 hits with a stone sword, except for zombies, because they have more health now. So this seems to be the most efficient grinder that I've come up with so far. It deals with the spiders, it efficiently bottlenecks the mobs, and they still can't attack me, so. I can also pick up all the loot and the XP. And I get critical hits, so. Yep, this seems to work quite well. Quite well indeed. Yes, I know bread stacks. People commented in the last video. I know, but I forget sometimes. Like, I forget the sprint. You know, it's all still kind of new. Used to the old system. Yep, this is, I think this is how I'm going to do this from now on. Some people have asked for a tutorial. I'm not going to release a tutorial on this until everything is, like, bug-free. I get it just the way I like it. I'm trying to get these spiders get to the front so I can show you what happens with them. Yep. There we go. And see, they climb right there, and I just kill them. Perfect. That's the way it's supposed to work. And, yeah, that's what I came up with. So, that's the XP grinder. I think that's more or less finished. I'll do some more testing, of course. And I still have to get the spider option with the water columns correct in the trap. I really haven't worked on that because I've been lazy. I've been busy with the city and whatnot, but I will get that done eventually. And when that's done, then I'll release the tutorial on the mob trap itself, so still a lot of work to be done. Okay, so that's about it for this episode, I think. I can't think of anything else to show you. I'm going to work some more on the city. I also have another project I'm working on. It's called Ender Pearl Golf. It's a golf course, which is really cool. And I should hopefully release that Thursday or Friday. And I'm going to shoot for Friday or Saturday, maybe a Saturday release of my next LP episode. I don't know what it's going to be about, so. And there's another problem with spiders. They tend to get jammed up there and everyone behind them gets stuck. So I'm still having that issue. And they eventually come forward. And I just kill them. But yeah, it's still not happy with that. But I think this is about as good as it's going to get. So anyway, so this has been Drackle, and I will see you guys in a couple days. And hopefully I'll release a video Thursday as well. Maybe a short redstone video, so I haven't done any redstone for a while. Ooh, I can't. There we go. So, yep, I'll see you guys in a day or two, and have fun, and peace out.